All right then. So I'm black on the blackjack, back on the blackjack trail, the treadmill, the whatever. I just had another session, tracked another session of John Sirasani's, and I should actually give up on him, but I can't. It's some sort of like weird fixation, you know. I mean, I really am offended by somebody claiming to be the greatest of all time. I think that's an honor that you don't, however great you might think you are, you don't adopt for yourself unless you're Cassius Clay, or someone similar, proven to be unbeatable. John does not fall into that category, so it's all a bit sad, you know. But there we are. That's no good. Oh, that's a little better. So that's a +1. Oh, another pretty decent one. That's another +1. Keep this up, guys. That's a 22 up there. I like that. Yeah, we know this isn't going to last for very long. It's going to be death and destruction any moment. This is like going to be. That's 4 in a row we just won. There we go. Okay, so we repeat that one, and we double down. There we go. Nice. All right. Double for the loss. Another 22 up there. That's good. That's a repeat, I think. And another 22. Bloody hell. Strange doings. A 20. Yeah, one of the things that John does is he doesn't push or chase plus streaks, plus runs. He just lets them go, and then in mean streaks, he just keeps taking it, you know, and it's just not a good way to go. There we are. That's 51, I think. Oh, I better call it 1-2 because I think I might have got that wrong. 3-4. It's 7-8. Okay, that might be good. No, it isn't. Damn it, that was mean. Now a double. Well, that was a bit less mean, wasn't it? That's a big jump for us. A big boost. We are catching some dealer pulls, as in some circles they're called. And that was a dealer pull right there, wasn't it? 51. 2-3 is the only time you'll do more than double, unless you're rounding up. 5-6. Oh, that was a nice break. Back to the min. We're actually having it all our own way on this one, aren't we? Oh, mean. Repeat. 51. 2-3. Ow. 5-6 again. Split. This doesn't look good, does it? Oh, it got better. Very nice. Did not have high hopes for that one, I tell you. Double for the loss. Double down. Whoops, no double down. Okay, so that's 1-2. Good enough. Back to the min. Double for the loss. Yeah, I have to say, every so often I think about these people writing to me and saying, all ears for your strategy. Sort of basically saying, tell us the strategy. And it's in all these demos and I can't stand it. Humph. Well, that was hard work, but we got there. Is that a repeat? I think it might be. That's a double. Oh, okay. So 1, 2. That's a double. Just made that one too. This is actually being very kind to us, isn't it? It's a bit weird. Double for the tie. +1. No, double for the win is what I meant to say. Right, that's 1, 2. We know that. Oh boy. Look at that. Damn it, we are definitely being well treated this time. And it happens. I mean, the only time the pro losers ever make any money, those guys on those clowns on YouTube, is when they win more bets than they lose, and that's what's happening to us this time, I think. Although all of a sudden it's going shit-shaped. Ugh. All right, so what is that? As that was one, is that 3, 4? Sorry, I lost it again. 7, 8. Come on, give it to us. Oh no, maybe not. 15, 8, drop 2, 3. Okay, so now that's 11, 8. Because we got 4 back there. And now 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy. We are catching some lucky breaks, no doubt. +1. But if you give this sim a chance, you will see it is absolutely good as gold. No fakery, no fiddling, no nasties, just exactly what you'd expect from an actual table. Okay, I think that must be back to the min, mustn't it? Double. See, look at this. I mean, we're just getting spoiled on this one. And I love it. But of course, it may not last. There it is. 1, 2. Oh, that was a break. Look at that. I mean, really. Dealer stunts. That was a dealer's pull too, wasn't it? All right, that's a double. All right, so now what did we do there? We got, it's got to be 2, 3 rolling on, isn't it? Oh dear, 5, 6. 11, 6, drop to 3. Well, this is where the wheels come off, right? $14, 6. 17, 6. Oh, good God. 26. It's going south. Oh, look at this. $23, 6. What am I doing still here, you might ask? Okay, so 26. which we will call 2-1 for the sake of ease. 2-2 after the push. Oh! 4-5, and then I'm running away. And I'm running away. 9-5. X 1000, and we are at 9 plus 95, 850. This is an odd turn up, minus 4,150. And give me a mo while I go and find another table, put my shoes on, step lively. Yeah, the wheels definitely came off, didn't they? 9-5, so the drop is 2. $11.5. Good God. All right, so that's 15.5. This is not looking good at all, is it? $17.5. All right, 15.5. Not too happy with that, but on the other hand, the way things are going, I think I'd better be a little bit sensible. So it's 15.5. All right, now 10.10. Will that be right? 10.10? I think so. I'm going to accept that. Ouch. 2020. Having to dig deep, aren't we? Excuse me. What we need is a natural. Okay, so we got our 2020. So we've ended up, I mean, we were on the mat there for sure. But we got 9,000 over here and we owe 4,150 over there. So all we've made is plus 4,850 in 13 mins. And we had about 40, I think the most we had out there was 2020, wasn't it? So there's 40,000 out to rescue, ransom, protect, save, drag back in, guarantee, etc. A win of 4,850. So that's 5 over 40, which is it's better than 10% return. And what I urge you all to do is, if you're in a position to actually play to win or bet to win, which is the way that it should be described. In other words, you've got a monster bankroll behind you and you believe in what you're doing. Then just think in terms of, okay, so I had to lend the dealer 40 grand, but then I came out with a profit of 4,850. And ask yourself if you think that's a reasonable return for a maximum of 5 minutes work. I mean, we had 13 minutes in total, but the greater part of the 13 minutes was a piece of piss. We were getting all kinds of lovely treatment, and then it went tits up. So, think about that and think of this as a business proposition and not as fun and games. Gambling is a business. If you don't treat it as a business, then you're going to have to just get used to the idea that you're going to be handing over money that you will never see again. And you just have to watch the professional losers on YouTube and see what a mess they make of the whole ridiculous process of betting randomly or betting flat. With absolutely no money management program, no betting strategy, no logical, sensible, numerate approach. They just hurl it out there, just the way that the casinos want you to do it and me to do it. Play like a prat, bet like a prat, and hand over your money so they can build another damn casino. So that's how it is. But yeah, the pro losers get their money back. We don't. So we have to be smarter than them, which, let's face it, is not hard. Anyway, enough of that. I'll talk to you later. Okay, so I'm just rolling right along from the last session. We won. We had 9,000 profit, obviously, on this shoe, but we had to pay a marker of 4,150 on the other one. So that left us 4,850 ahead in 13 minutes. So bear with me while I go and look for pastures new. All right then, so hopefully now there'll be no more nasties. But we really did have an easy time of it before, so, Oh dear, and I could have given the 8 to the dealer. Damn it. What a shame. Is it going to be deja vu all over again? Maybe not. Okay, 1, 2. Three, 4. Oh, 7, 8. That was horrible. I don't like this. I don't like that at all. Okay. Oh, look at that. That is a big surprise. Got to tell you, that looked doomed from the start. But I guess that's why they tell you always split 8s. Not a fan. Double for the push. Oh. Oh. I think that might be 2, 3. I'm not sure though. Do. Oh dear. 2, 3, 8, 10. Oops, that's not right. 8, 10. You got to have the big bets, though. You can't play these games without some big bets. I mean, you're just crazy if you think you can. It just is not going to happen. But I don't mean big bets, Steve will do it style, or Dana White style, or Crazy Cody Burn Money style. No, thank you. Oh, that was a cheeky one, wasn't it? Back to the min, I think. I mean, that was a bit embarrassing, really. +1. Here we go again. Oh. Plus another one. All right, be like that. 1, 2. Oh, I like it. Can't really complain too much about the way things are going in this shoe either, and this is just exactly how it is sometimes. You just get spoiled and then you think, whoa, I'm Superman. And then reality hits. Are we plussing? I've lost it again. My mind is a terrible thing to lose. Oh, shite. Pardon me. Boy, I got spanked there, didn't I? All right, so that was it's not even 4, 5, is it? It's more than that. It's got to be. I think it must be 5, 6. Oh, 11-6 dropped to 3. Oh dear, 14-6. What? 26. All of a sudden, it's not so nice, is it? 26, 23, 6. 26, 6. 29, 6. I think I'm going to be leaving this one soon. All right, 26, 6. Well, that does not work. 26, 6 has got to be 3-1 in thousands. 3, 1, 2, 2. All right, 4, 5, and then I'm out. Oh, all right then. Thank you very much. All right, back to the minimum. Oi, double for the loss. One, 2. Oh dear. 3, 4. It's coming in a little bursts, little waves, isn't it? And this, of course, is a big part of what pattern betting is all about. Is that you want to be there with the right amount out, in the hope that, because you don't have crystal balls, so you don't know that you're for sure going to see another win after the first win in what may or may not be a streak. Well, I think you get what I'm talking about here anyway. But anyway, that's a stand, isn't it? Ouch. That has to be 7-8, isn't it? I think it's more than that. Did I double there? 4, 2, 7, 8, I think, yeah. I think that's right. Ah, dear me. 7, 8. And I just lost 16, so that's 25. So I think I'm going to go 3-2 here, because I'm rounding up all the time to boost the final turnaround value. So we're going to call it 3-2, and I'll think about running away if we lose. I think we're going to lose. Okay. So now it becomes 3-3 for the push. Oh God! Oh God! 6-3. Okay, I'm running away from this one. It's not very nice. So 6-3 x1k plus 98625, which is a 1375 is what we're down. So bear with me a sec. I just had to fight like crazy to get this thing to line up. I know this is not the sort of thing that has any relevance at all to playing at a real blackjack table, but it's just, I guess I'm just anal about this stuff, and I can't stand it when it doesn't line up correctly. Anyway, we're looking at, and as soon as I hit a button here, I think it's going to slip. 6-3 in thousands, so the drop has to be 2. Oi. 8-3. Oi. So that's 12-3. Not doing very well, am I? 14-3. 12-3, which doesn't really seem adequate. Seems a bit on the light side to me. 12. Well, it's big money, so I'm going to soldier on. Okay. 9-6. Oh, that was a lucky one. 3-4. This is the turnaround bet. Shame. 7-8. Now we're looking at long grass. Well, we got out of it. So we have 7,000 here, and we owe 1375 over there. So that's 5,625 we've made in, well, let's call it 11 minutes. I'm going to wrap this one up because I normally string them together a bit. So I'm going to wrap this one up and going to need to do an Excel analysis of this lot, I think. Yeah. I'm never sure about the value of what I'm doing because the audience is building slowly. So I'm gradually getting people coming back and coming on board and so on, which is great, but I know I'm in the wrong place because basically I'm in Idiotville because the people who get vicarious pleasure out of watching other people gambling and losing, they're definitely in a different headspace than people who are really concerned to improve their play and to stop losing. So, and I'm sorry to say that the people who go back and back and back to Vegas Matt and Co. are idiots, but you just have to read their comments. I mean, very few of them are sensible. Most of them are really kind of sad, Woohoo and go and nonsense like that. I mean, it's just it is sad. It really is. Anyway. All right then, fans worldwide in your millions. Well, several. Your severals. So this is going to be the third session. Last one, 7,000 on this shoe profit. Keeping in mind, of course, that with this sim you can't get more than 100,000 in your chip stack unless you win it. You can't go and get more money and add it to the pile. The wizard gives you 100,000 or whatever you specify, because you can go to adjust rules up there top left and change your minimum and your maximum and so on. But you can't get any more. Like, so if you go down to zero, the only way that you can get any more is to throw that particular shoe away. And I don't do any of that nonsense. I mean, once I start the recorder, then the recorder will run continuously, and there will be no fudging or faking or fiddling or farting around. That's the whole point of what I'm doing here. So just give me a moment. I'll desert this one. We made 5,625 in 11 minutes. Did I mention that? Because we got 7,000 here and we owed 1,375 over at the GAG, the Get Up and Go shoe that I walked away from. So, in a mo, I'll be back. All right, so here we go, starting a new session from scratch. Oh, damn, the bloody thing slipped again, didn't it? It's trying to drive me mad, that's the plan. What it doesn't know is that I was mad to start with. That's 1-2 now, isn't it? Bugger. Oh, unbugger. No! Damn it! Look at that. I think it's really rude to push a 21, don't you? And then get another 21. That's what, 3-4, I think. Ah, 7-8. This is going to be one for Excel, I think, this session. All right, we came out of that, but look at this, 1,500, and we get back 125. That wasn't a very good deal, but it's certainly better than losing. I think we can all agree on that. Double for the loss. 1, 2 again. Aye. 3, 4. 7, 8. That ain't working. 15-8 dropped to 3. A lot of gagging this session. All right, so that worked. 15-8 less 6 is 9-8. Not quite. Oh, no, that's not right. No, I think I'm messing up there. Let's call it 9-10 because we're in piddly hundreds. Okay, 2-2. Let's call it 2-2.5 and make a bit of money here. No, I did not know what was coming. For those of you who are professional kind of trolls. Double for the loss. Or a repeat. It definitely works. Would have been nice if it was more, but there you go. You can't complain. Alexa,
this is a reminder.
Stop. Good reminder though. Pause for a moment. It's a short attention span. Where was I? I won that one. Double for the win. Yippee. +1. One, 2. Pity. There we go. Back to the min. Too much to hope for. Double for the loss. 1, 2 again. Oops, that didn't work. 1, 2. Oh, bloody hell. 3, 4. Bugger. 7, 8 again. My God, this thing is just not going our way. 22's good. Okay, so 7, 8 worked. It's always nice when a turnaround comes home, you know. +1 for the win. +1. Bugger. All right, 1, 2. Oh, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 7, 8. Yeah, Sirasani's funny because he stamps around the table and says God like 100 times. Oh my God, oh my freaking God, oh my, blah, 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 and dude, and all sorts of stuff. Is that 7, 8? Am I right about that? Okay, so 7, 8, 23, 25, 25. 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm doing. There we go. Got a bit cheeky there, I admit. It's just I wanted to run away, basically. It's what I really wanted to do. +1. +1. 1, 2 again. 3, 4. Uh-huh, 7, 8 again. We keep getting into the long grass, don't we? That's what we needed, maybe. Yes, I like it. They're very satisfying, you know, when you can beat the house by 1. That's what I think. +1. Bugger. 1, 2. Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. All right. We're limping along, but we're at least we're not in the red. +1. Oh, that was an unexpected one, I tell you. Plus max. Do it again. Do it again. We don't go higher than that, remember? That was cheeky. Finally. Okay, so that's back to the minimum because we got more than 1 plus max there. So we're not greedy. Very stupid to be greedy. And you've got to have a plan, I'm telling you. Is that +1? Maybe not. 1, 2 now, though. All right, back to the min. All right, so that's the end. 3,250 in 10 minutes. 10 mins. Okay, so the first session in this group of 3 plus 4,850 in 13 minutes, then plus 5,625 in 11 minutes, and then 3,250 here in 10 minutes. So, we're doing well. We made 8,000, 9,000, 13, near enough 14,000 in 35 minutes. And, you know, I mean, if you're somebody like Vegas Matt, who only thinks of themselves as a winner if they win 200,000 on some stupid slot machine, it always looks like it could be rigged to me. It's just so weird. You know, I mean, like he's had 3 enormous 6-figure jackpots on slots in the last 2 months or less. And that is odd. That is odd. I mean, let's face it, it is odd. You know, and I don't know what to say about it, except that, you know, it's amusing to me because I've been calling him the sort of the big dog amongst the professional losers. And all of a sudden he's up 6 figures on the year to date. He went down nearly 500,000 year to date. And coincidentally, and obviously it's entirely coincidental, when I started ribbing him big time about being a professional loser and being, etc., the top dog and at the bottom of the heap in terms of losses, suddenly everything changed for him. So I must be a good influence, right? I mean, he's a bad influencer, but from his point of view, I must be a good influencer, right? Does that make sense? I don't know. not necessarily. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm being punished for being too hard on King John Sirasani, the I think I'm the best that ever played guy. The go to the west and the whatever. But I do have a problem, really, that's kind of like a recurring problem with John, and that is that lately I have disagreed with a lot of his final numbers when he says, "Oh yeah, well we got 2,500 ahead here, we're 6,000 ahead there, we lost a little bit there, maybe 25, whatever." And this time he said that he was pretty much even, broke pretty much even, and I've got him down as minus 8,500 over his total action. His total action was 46,250, including his side bets, not his side bets, but his second hands, which he would do every so often. Not so many lately. Looking up here, hardly any. There are one, two, 5, 6, 7 times that he actually went to extra bets, and they're just not a good idea for him or for anybody else. They just don't work. He's still 32,900 down since I started tracking him on his extra bets only, his multi hands. This time the action was 2,500, but it evened out, so it didn't cost him any chips in the end. But it did obviously add to his total action. So that's shown over here, where we take the action there and then we add in whatever comes from the extras. I think I must be being punished for being too hard on poor old JC Goat, King John, best of all times, etc., best of all time, because the last screen recording I tried to do of this particular update went tits up, went weird, and I lost the sound. And we can't be without sound now, can we? I mean, me being silent just doesn't make sense. Anyway, he lost 18.4%. The AV was a tough one, minus 12 more losses than wins. That's just the first base bets, minus 20.2%. And he lost minus 18.4%. So he's slightly improved on the AV, but certainly didn't get out of negative. Excuse me. I mean, I've either got bloody hiccups, or I'm sneezing, or I'm coughing, or I'm farting, or I'm doing whatever. But hey, it all comes with the territory, right? Going up to pattern betting, if I can get there. Don't do this to me. Don't make me do this again. Okay, got a break. Right, so I just had a very long and complicated phone call, so I might be repeating myself here. I'll try not to. Yeah, the story basically is that pattern betting had to really dig deep to get through the crap that the kind of thing that John Sirasani will sit through with, wade through without any kind of self-defensive action or any real response. I mean, he doesn't reduce his bets. He doesn't. He just plays and bets, more importantly, in a way that I really don't understand. And how he manages to support his claim that he's a lifetime winner at every casino that he's ever bet at. It's completely beyond me. I mean, there's no support for that claim based upon the sessions of his that I've sat through and transcribed to Excel. But hey, what do I know? Yeah, so it was a tough run for pattern betting, but the most important thing is that the algorithm came out with a plus 2.1% win of $2,500, which as a percentage of action of about nearly 3 times Sirasani's. That's not great. But this is the whole point, of course, is that, the way things are, you really do have to be ready to dig deep. You need to have a monster bankroll, and you need to have belief in what you're doing. You need to have an understanding of the numbers and what you're up against. and you have to be ready to deal with it, and just treat the whole thing. I mean, this is what I say again and again and again. Treat it all as a business. It is a business. It's not fun and games. It's not excitement. It's not entertainment. It's not relaxation. It's none of the things that they portray in these sort of like professional loser YouTube channels. It is funny, though, that Vegas Matt is no longer a loser. He's now a sort of a year-to-date winner. And I like to think that it's coincidental. I might even said all this before, because the other problem that I had was the last screen recording I made looking at this update of John's performance versus the algorithms. Something went screwy with that. So I mean, I'm having a day, I'll tell you. But never mind. You know, I dug this pit for myself, and I made my bed, and blah blah blah. So there we go. Anyway, let's have a look at the very top. Again, you know, I have this big problem with this red line thing here, which even though it's just seen a quite serious dip just lately, the way that Sirasani is presenting his sessions is you can guarantee that he's going to start going up and up and up again. He's not doing very well out of it. He is ahead. He's absolutely ahead. There's no doubt about that. I can't argue about that. Let's have a look. He's about 102,000 ahead, but this is the important thing. His action is 4.6 million, and he's only 2.2% ahead on action. And the AV, the actual value, the number of wins with the number of losses deducted, is still a positive value, plus 2.5%. So he's behind that at 2.2%, which is entirely credible because he bets flat and he bets randomly, you know. So that's exactly what I would expect from a guy like this who bets a very narrow spread most of the time. Every so often he goes apeshit, tilts, whatever. But generally speaking, he is a very, very tight spread bettor, and he's got no chance betting flat the way he does and betting randomly the way he does. But, you know, that's all pretty obvious stuff. The algorithm, on the other hand, it's in total action about half of Sirasani's, and as a result of that, it's much higher win, which is double JC Goats at 213,150. 213,150 is 8.9% of its action, which is a bloody sight better than 2.2%, and certainly a bloody sight better than 2.5%, which would be expectation if the algorithm were betting Sirasani style, flat, randomly, erratically, emotionally, blah, 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 blah. So that's where we're at, I think. Going back up to the, you know, you can see with this chart down here why pattern betting prevails. Because even though there are an awful lot of downs, there are also an awful lot of ups. And you just have to keep in mind that every single bet that you place has a slightly greater chance of losing than of winning. And as long as you understand that and don't come out with any nonsense like, we're due to win, this should be happening, this is what I expect, blah, blah, doesn't work. You know, you have to just bet. And bet is more important than playing, because playing doesn't enter into the picture if you're following basic strategy. It's how you bet that matters. How you bet. So, you know, all I can do is give you the numbers, show you the latest details, suggest to you, if you don't agree with me that Sirasani lost 8,500 in the last session when he says he broke even, then just take the time to grab a notebook, pencil, write it all down. You will find I'm right, he's wrong. But of course, it's in his interest to pretend that he's not getting thrashed. It's not in my interest to believe him anymore, because now this has happened several times. I've sort of said, well, I've got him. I don't agree with his numbers, and I'm sort of saying, I'm just going to pretend it's my fault. I'm going to accept that it's my fault. Well, I'm done with that because it's just too ridiculous. He's not in the truth business any more than the guy in the White House. So whatever. So there you have it. I'm gone, and I'll catch up with you later.